Hello everybody, my name is Naya and I'm the Black female engineer. I provide content for new and aspiring software engineers, and today we are going to be talking about how to choose the best coding bootcamp for you. Now, very quickly though, don't forget to follow me on Instagram at the Black Female Engineer and send me your questions that you'd like me to answer in my Q&A video. Questions about me, software engineering, coding bootcamp, all the works, anything in between, whatever you want. So let's get to it. So one of the very first things you need to look at when looking at coding bootcamps is what type of supporting resources, supporting documents or portals they have to aid in your learning journey. Probably the easiest way to find out is to ask the recruiters you'll be in contact with. There's likely, most of the time, a number you can just call. Ask them, okay, is there a separate portal for students where they can go through certain homework assignments? Is there some type of online textbook, or is it just lecture? And if it's just lecture, are they recorded? Do I have permission to record? Can I access them later? Understand what comes with all of that learning material, because if we think about any school or any college, we had textbooks to back things up on. We had different resources, portals, all of that, along with our own notes and things like that. We also had resources that we always had access to, or at least during the course. And so make sure that those are in place for the boot camps you're interested in. The next thing you need to do is hop onto Google, hop onto Yelp, and look at the reviews for that specific location. This is so important because there are establishments that do not have a very structured or consistent learning environment or program or things like that. One location may be better than others. Everything might be good except for one location. So look at the reviews for that specific location, because when you see things on websites and things like that of testimonials and stories of people who went through the bootcamp, you don't know which program they went through. You don't know which teachers they had and everything. So you don't know if these sentiments would be shared amongst all the students who went through the program, or if it was really just for one specific course in one specific program in one specific location. So look up the reviews for your specific location, not just the bootcamp as a whole. Next thing you need to ask is, what job hunt resources are there in place for you? Do they just teach you and then let you go into the wolves and say, okay, pay us our 20 grand? Or do they have systems in place to really make sure that after you transition from being a student, you are now in the hands of professionals who can guide you through your job hunt and look at resume reviews and look at how you do in technical interviews, mock interviews, all of that, to make sure that you are job hunt ready? Are those systems in place, or do they just focus on the schooling itself? Now, this next thing is important to look at, because I always thought it was a given, but I guess not, is, do they teach algorithms? I came into bootcamps just thinking I would, get everything I need to know from it. And especially when you don't know what you don't know what's specifically needed and what's necessary and what companies and jobs look for, you just trust that this institution is going to lead you on the right path. However, many bootcamps don't teach algorithms during the bootcamp. Now, there may be different resources they can offer for you to learn algorithms, like, the textbook they provide teaches algorithms, or if you ask an instructor, a TA, they would teach you as well. See what systems are in place to teach specifically algorithms, because even if you're not into that side of things, even if you're into, let's say, like more front-end design, and the jobs you're looking at hopefully would assist you in learning that part of things, during interviews there are many times where you would still be asked about algorithms, asked about data structures, even if it's not pertinent for that specific role. So it's still important to know so that you can at least get through the interview process and get the job. So see what curriculum they have for algorithms, if any, and if not, how they subsidize that lack of, chapter in their course. Next, ask them how the parallelogram has affected their business models, and their day-to-day operations. This is something that's very important because I have seen and heard that certain boot camps have taken away certain offerings or certain coursework, or just changed their structure after, this panda bear has extended for now a year. And so it's important to know what you would have gotten then versus what you're getting now. That doesn't mean it's bad. You may be getting, better opportunities now. Like maybe prices are cheaper. Maybe, they discounted certain things, or they made certain programs more available and things like that. So it doesn't mean it's bad, but it could be bad. It could be bad. Maybe now they don't offer the employee guarantee. Maybe now they don't offer income share agreements. Those are things that are important to know, just so you understand, is it better for me to go right now, or is it better for me to hold off until these things come back into play? So make sure you ask them, how have things changed? And then lastly, ask about their success rate. Not only their success rate from, the average of the last 20 years they've been in business, but the last year specifically. Going with my previous point, it's important to see how this panda bear has affected the job hunt process for people, the learning capabilities of people, the retention rate. It's important to know how that has affected things. And so if they're saying, oh, we have a 99% success rate, it's like, okay, how about, the last year? And if that number drops like 60%, then there's a problem. Then that something is wrong. If they don't want to give you the number, or if they say something like,
oh, well, we don't have those numbers yet, it's still too early and everything,
ask some more probing questions. How many of their graduates from the previous cohort, maybe they graduated 3 months ago, ask them how many of those graduates have jobs now. That's a great way to get an idea of success rate, even if they don't have the specific stats of the previous year and things like that. There we go, everybody. Make sure you ask these things and look up these things in order to really find the right match for you in terms of coding boot camps, programs, or just other intensive learning programs. So I hope this was helpful. Let me know if it was, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.